Hello, my most amazing artist, and welcome back to Art with Miss Yezel. I would like for us to start doing our weekly motto and to get our mindset right for our art. So it's on the board, and we're going to read it. I'll read it to you, and you can repeat it after me. Today we will be creative, kind, and work like artists. I hope that you really mean that today because I would love to see all of your awesome artwork. Don't forget to email Miss Yezel pictures of your art so that I can include them in our virtual art gallery. If you do not have a way to get pictures of your art, please send your art to school with your work that you're sending to your teachers, and I can take photographs and we can make a digital art show that I can put on our school website and on our school Facebook page. So, I can't wait to see your awesome winter art because we're going to be focusing on the season of winter. Now, what is the difference between the winter season and the holiday season? In December, we celebrate lots of holidays like Christmas and Hanukkah. But when January rolls around, you know what? It's still winter. So winter is about the season of winter when it's cold and snowy, not just when it's Christmas time, okay? So there's the difference. We are going to be focusing on winter activities and winter art. So you're going to be looking at some animals that live in a place that is very, very cold, like winter all the time, and that is what the poles, the North and the South Pole, is very cold. And some animals have adapted. That means they have changed the way they live so that they can live in those places. So they have different things that help them survive there, where it's very, very cold. So one of my favorite animals that I like that are living in those cold areas are penguins, and we're going to try to draw one today, and we're going to be looking at a cool background for our penguins that has something to do with the Earth's atmosphere and the geomagnetic storms that happen sometimes that cause beautiful lights in the sky called the aurora borealis, and that's also sometimes called the northern lights, and they even have the southern lights. The southern lights is that thing at the horse park, right? Well, this is different. Northern lights is actually a show in the sky that the earth puts on, and it makes the sky change to beautiful different colors all by itself, kind of like a rainbow is in the sky. This is like at nighttime, so it's really cool. Um, First, let's review what we did the last time I talked to you. I hope that you looked at the video on op art and you were able to try to create these cool tube looking things that kind of remind me of bendy straws. So you were trying to trick somebody's eye into thinking these were three-dimensional, kind of like a bendy straw is. But they're really squished together, aren't they? So if you followed along that video and you saw all about how artists trick people's eye and how sometimes your eye will remember colors after you've seen them for a little bit and you look away, you can still see them. And sometimes you see the opposite. If you haven't seen all of that video, you need to go back and watch it because it's really cool. So today, you're going to be learning about using the elements of line, shape, color, and form to create your drawing. So lines, shapes, and colors are three of the elements of art that help make up your picture. When you start drawing, you are using those elements of art. They're kind of like the building blocks of your picture. And form is also an element of art, and it means something that's three-dimensional. But when you're drawing, you're not really creating something three-dimensional, but you can make it look 3D by the way you draw it. And artists use those tricks all the time to create artwork that looks three-dimensional. So we're going to be, like I said, creating these cute penguins, and they are going to be on a background that looks like something like the aurora borealis. So we're not going to do these swirly, warm-colored backgrounds for these penguins. We're going to do something a little different, okay? During the night between 27th and 28th of February 2014, strong aurora activity took place in Caithness on the far north of Scotland. Was one of the best places in the UK to watch the celestial show. So that's not the only place that saw it, but somebody recorded it from that place. So we're going to watch it real quick because it is really cool. The night of the Northern Lights. Ooh, watch the sky. It's starting to get darker. And now the light show begins. And this is all due to the Earth's atmosphere at this place that is really far north. And you can't see the Northern Lights where we're at because we're not far enough north to see them. But the beautiful display of colors is almost like a rainbow at nighttime, isn't it? Is really cool, and people took a video over a long period of time. It's called time lapse. So they recorded it for a long, long time before you could see it. So it wasn't happening this fast. They just sped it up for the video. It's really cool. You see greens and pinks and oranges and yellows. Lots of cool colors in the sky. It's so beautiful. It looks like the sky is moving, doesn't it? That is so awesome. So we're going to create the look of the aurora borealis behind the penguins because, they probably get to see this beautiful light display all the time. So what you're going to need today is a piece of paper, a pencil. You need either crayons, or if you have markers, you can get those also. And I'll show you where you could use those in this drawing. And if you want to create a separate background and then cut your penguin out and glue it to your separate background, you're going to need 2 pieces of paper. You can do it all on the same paper if you'd like. It's fine. We can do the drawing all on one piece. But you do need some paper and pencil and crayons, and if you have markers, that's okay too. So bring all those things and pause the video. Go get your stuff, and then come back and join Miss Hazel, and I'll show you how to draw the cute penguin. Okay, I hope you have your materials because we are ready to draw. Okay, so the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to do something that's going to help make your drawing time easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold the paper in half like a book, and then we're going to fold it the other direction. So both directions, so that we now have 4 sections to our paper. It's going to help us visualize while we're drawing what we're going to be doing, okay? We're going to make this nice and big on the paper. So get your pencil. So the first step is you're going to go about halfway down this. Here's half the paper. So halfway down there, and you're going to draw a line that curves down toward that halfway mark and stops. And again on the other side. So we're starting with our penguin's head. The next step is we're going to make a large body. Going to come down and not go all the way to the bottom. We're going to round it up, and we're going to come back up to where we started. Okay. So this penguin is actually going to have a hat on, and a scarf because he's cold. He lives in a place where it's cold, but penguins don't need scarves, do they? But this makes him super cute. So we're going to put a scarf on it. So this is our scarf around his neck. Now if you can picture, up here, we're going to put a hat on him. And this is kind of I'm going to round it off here. Just a rounded line. Now, this is really cute. This is going to stick out on the sides. Okay. It's going to come back and touch the scarf. Okay. And then at the top, I didn't leave myself room for the little tassel at the top. Okay, let's draw his face. Got 2 big eyes. We've got smaller circles in the middle of the eyes, which we will color in. He kind of looks like he's looking up, doesn't he? Because I put them at the top, but you can put them lower down if you want. Maybe he's looking up to see if it's going to snow. So we've got a little scarf piece coming down here, and a scarf piece coming out to the side with fringe. And then he is standing on some snow, right? I'm going to give him a little bit of snow here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our black crayon to outline everything in the picture. Oh my. I'm having trouble seeing where this black crayon is going. There we go. Now, what parts of the penguin do we color black? Oh, I forgot some steps. Let's see, he needs some little penguin wings coming out here. Oops, I forgot his wings. And this part right here. So we're going to color this black. His belly is going to be white. Little penguin wings are going to be black. His face up here at the top is black. Let's outline his eyes. And his beak, even though we're going to color it a different color. Let's go ahead and outline everything. Try to stay on the lines. Miss Hazel's kind of rushing through it and not able to stay on the lines as much when I rush. I need to slow down, don't I? So this is black. And this is black. And his little wing is black. Remember, when we're drawing, we want to take up as much space as we can with the thing that is the most important in the picture. And since this is a picture of a penguin, he's the most important. So he needs to be the biggest thing in the drawing. So we can color our scarf and our hat, whatever color we would like, and then little orange feet and beak. Orange or yellow, your choice. I thought this was orange, but it's a red orange. So, now he is in the Arctic where it's cold. We're going to put a little bit of shadow on the ground with some blue. And then the sky, we're going to actually try to imitate those northern lights. And they use lots of greens and yellows and pinks in the sky. Can't find pink. Oh, here we go. Is that it? Nope, that's macaroni and cheese. Pink. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to go back and forth a little bit, kind of zigzaggy. We'll come down behind his hat. And then I'm going to go back with some yellow next to it, and I'm going to make it touch the green, like it's right next to the green. We've got some aurora borealis lights in the sky going on behind him, and then a little bit of blue. We need a dark, dark, dark blue For the nighttime sky, oh, it's purple. How about black? Let's just do some black and blue together, and that will make it a dark blue. How about it? So make your colorful nighttime sky. It's going to kind of look like a rainbow in the night sky, but I'm going to go back and color in some more. I don't want all that white showing. So it's going to be very dark down here behind him, but the night sky is going to be very colorful. And if you have trouble getting the crayon to not look like it's, or have lots of lines in it, I'm just going to rub the black on the background a little bit, just so that it doesn't look so scratchy. And my pink still looks kind of scratchy, so I'm going to go back and go over it a little bit. And maybe some pretty purples for the sky. We can make that go behind the hat. So if you draw him a little bit smaller, you'll have more room to do all your colorful sky and make it look like the southern or the northern lights. I kind of overlap those colors just because we're trying to create a little bit smoother between those two colors. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to do some black down here. Even though he's black, I can still use black in the sky if I don't do it very dark. So he's really dark, and then if I do this, it's kind of a really soft black effect. So it'll still show up. But if you color everything really dark, then you can't see any of it, can you? Here's some blue. Okay, so there's our beautiful Aurora Borealis sky. I can finish coloring my hat, whatever color I would like. I think the picture that I looked at, the hat was red. I'm just going to choose a purpley, reddish purple color here and finish off my hat. Make him really stand out against that sky. So the sky we were doing really light coloring, and the penguin we're doing really hard, heavy coloring so that it really shows up against that white background. He's pretty cute. All right, what color scarf? I think I have this nice green here. Okay, so got our kind of bluish ice down here, and we can do a little bit of darkness under him, show a little bit of a shadow on the ground, and I think that's a finished penguin. I hope that you have fun drawing your penguin. There is an instruction sheet on School's PLP if you weren't able to follow along with this video. You could always pull up the picture of the penguin and copy it. But make sure you try to create some kind of a colorful sky for your aurora borealis or northern lights.